3-2 win against Altrincham. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we made it hard work for ourselves, really, but we had a great start, and obviously the back pass that goes in gives us a little leg up, but and then we score sort of 4 or 5 minutes after, and it became a game of counter-attacking, staying in our shape, and we did that quite well. But then they've got back in the game with a goal, and later on in the game there could have been a penalty shouts at either end, but I'm sure we'll cover that in a bit. But listen, overall, it's the most important thing is we've got 3 points here today against a team that have won their last 2 away games, and against a team that have, I think, come back and got 23 points, more than anyone else in the league when they've been in positions where they're losing the game. So, yeah, it looked like that could be a threat towards the end, but we managed to hang in there.
Yeah, we started the game with real intensity and sort of almost forced them into a couple of mistakes here and there. How pleased are you with that? Yeah,
brilliant. I mean, we've had to shuffle the pack a little bit at times because we've got to look after the lads. The way we ask them to play is hard work for them, and I thought Cairo coming in today, getting his goal, he's deserved that. He's been excellent for us since he came in. And even when the big man come on up top, I think Jerry was a real threat and showed his strength and brought people into play. So yeah, it's overall it's a very good win for us at a vital stage when results haven't been fantastic for the opposition, and good for us.
Yeah, it's a Cairo goal if ever I've seen one. Sort of being a nuisance in the box, making those runs. How much credit do you give him?
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, I'm pleased for him because he's missed a few chances, and he missed a penalty earlier on in his loan. I'm just saying to him before the game today about just keeping his composure, not putting pressure on himself, keep getting in the areas and be calm in front of goal, and then he ends up getting his goal and knocks it in nicely, and I thought that set him up for a good game today.
You were up in the gantry today. What was that like?
It was strange being up there. Didn't feel like control, but I'm not a control freak, but I want to be able to make a difference to the lads on the pitch, with communication and enthusiasm to work, and I felt a little bit at arm's length today, but obviously it was in comms with the bench when needed to, but it's something that I've got to improve on, and I will do going forwards.
Yeah, were you disappointed in the manner of which we conceded our 2 goals?
Yes, definitely, and I was certainly disappointed in the kick-off just after they scored. We give them the ball back and then they counter-attack, and they've got 2 minutes to go, and we're mucking around with the ball, and we're not set up properly, and that's something that I was saying to us. The only, one of the real disappointments for me today. Another day we lose the game or draw the game. Sorry. So, but we've got away with it today, so it's a good learning curve for us.
Yeah, and then on to the penalty shouts. Brennan Camp first. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody expects Campy to run through at the intensity he does and attack the ball like he did. He runs from deep, he jumps, he wins the header, and the lad sees him late, jumps and kicks him in the face. Not only head height, they're both jumping. So his foot's 8 foot in the air, and I fail to see how it can't be a penalty. It was just unbelievable. I was flabbergasted when he didn't get it.
Yeah, and then they had a penalty shout, or they were appealing for a penalty, allegedly hitting Aaron Martin's hand. Yeah, I mean, the ball's popped out, and as it's rushed towards the ball, he threw his body in front of it, feet first, and as he's thrown his body to it and turned his back, his arms are behind him, and the ball's gone underneath him and hit him on the arm. That's a harsh penalty. Listen, I'd be calling for it if it was me, but it's not a penalty. His arms aren't in an unnatural position. He's not trying to get his arms in the way of the ball. They're actually behind him. So, I understand why they shouted and surrounded the referee, but it's not a penalty. Yeah, next up we've got Bashley in the Hampshire Senior Cup. Yep. What are you looking to get from that?
Give the boys a chance. Haven't played a lot of minutes. We've got lads coming back from injury that can get game time. Want to win the Hampshire Cup, but ultimately I don't want to sort of risk any players that are going to get injured and do too much in that game and lose them for the run-in. So it's important that we can go there and put out a good team and try and win it. But at the same time, we've got to keep one eye on the playoffs as well.
Perfect. Cheers, Gaffer.
Thanks.